This here, this was a Facebook purchase. It's an Oz pig. The ad basically said it was almost brand new. When I went to have a look at it, it looked pretty bloody new. They say they used it 6 times on the ad, and when I sell them in person, they said they've used it twice, which is kind of, well, it's a Facebook Marketplace thing, isn't it? You can get some absolute bargains through Facebook Marketplace, but you can also get some pieces of shit. And I've had both. It's an Oz pig. It's got a few optional accessories, if you like. It's got this kink in the chimney for when you want to use it under an awning, and that's what I actually wanted it for. It's also got the vented door here, and this here cost me $160 That's it. It looked brand new when I bought it. They'd actually painted the outside of it, so I've needed to burn it a few times to try and burn that paint off. I will probably end up painting it potbelly black afterwards. All the fat splatters and stuff are from where I've been using this thing. So because we're living in the bus, I've been using this a few times to cook dinner. And I've got to tell you, my initial thoughts on this thing is that they're pretty bloody good. Brand new, these things retail for just under $400 Then you put that awning kit in there for the chimney, and you're going to add another, I think about 150, 200 bucks. Vented doors, a bit more there. I think the version 2 comes with that door. So it's a pretty good deal, I think. And the reason I think that I got such a good deal, I think on Facebook Marketplace you get good deals for 2 reasons. One of those reasons is geography, and that's what got me this deal. For me to sell something from here, and I get a lot of gear sent to me here for this channel and for the other channel, and when I finish using it, I will quite often move it on, and more often than not my son gets it or friends get it. And when I try to put it onto Marketplace, no one really buys because of where we are. We are about 3 hours from Melbourne. Because we're so far, it is often hard to sell something as niche as what this is. So I got a pretty good deal out of it, I think. When I look at others on Facebook Marketplace for pretty much the same sort of thing, people are selling these for $350, $400. You put a smoker on it and they're selling them for $500, $600 sometimes. Additional benefit of this flue kit is that it'll live in my barbecue shed, or my camp kitchen if you like, when I'm not camping with it, so I can still use it here on the farm. Now I think that was a pretty good deal, and like I say, that is because I've bought it from some place that was just so remote. Like, if this was in Melbourne, you would certainly sell it for more than what you would sell it for here locally. Which is part of the reason when I sell my trailer, which will be coming up soon, the cat's out of the bag, whoever buys it, if you're on the east coast of Australia, chances are I'm going to drive it to you. So if you're interested in my trailer, and it's a cracker trailer, there's something happening on the channel here, but let me know about that. Because if I was just to sell it locally here, I would get virtually nothing for it. So I've got to think outside the square in that regard. So if you're looking for big bargains on Facebook Marketplace, look away from where you are a bit. Look to be prepared to just drive that little bit and collect a few things while you're there, and you'll clean up and make some pretty good bloody bargains. The other reason I think you can find some really good deals, actually there's probably 2 more reasons. One is that people just don't know what the hell they've got. That wasn't the case in this case, but there is plenty of times where I've purchased things on Facebook Marketplace where I've gone, you don't know what you've got there, you're selling it for someone else. Or it could be the third thing, and that is that someone's knocked it off and they're selling it on Facebook Marketplace. Now I've definitely been caught out with Facebook Marketplace. I thought this was a ripper of a deal, and I went and bought myself a 360 camera just from Echuca. So it was still a little bit remote, but not that remote. And I got it home and didn't realise until I used it the first couple of times where I went, you know what, this lens on this thing is pretty shit. Didn't realise it at the time. It just looked like a bit of smudging. I should have known. I'm a photographer, for crying out loud. Anyway, I did my money on that. And if you don't believe me, like, have a look at this. This is a Gasmate camping stove, 2-burner Gasmate camping stove for $60 in Melbourne. And you think, oh, that's not too bad a deal. It's cheaper than new, and it is. But if we go up to, say, around here where I am, here's a Coleman gas cooker. It looks brand new, 2-burner Coleman gas cooker with a stand and everything else, $65. That is a much better stove than the other one. So you see what I'm getting at. It's not just that though, the ability to lowball people on Facebook Marketplace is insane. Like, if you see something there and you see it there for a week, maybe 2, hit them with something a bit lower. Like, you know what they're worth, you being in this arena, you know what they're worth, offer them a fair and reasonable price, and you'll get a good bloody deal. It's not just that though, like that $65 barbecue, you may well get that for 50 bucks. They might have it sitting there and they just want to get rid of it. You don't know people's circumstances. Don't think of it like a retail store, because it's not. People might just go, I want this out of here, need it gone today, I'm moving house or whatever, and you can pick yourself up some really good deals. I personally think that Facebook Marketplace is the place to buy if you're a camping person, because the world is full of people who have seen wonderful, bright, shiny things that people like me show you on this platform and go, I'm going to go buy that, get out there, realise I don't really like camping at all. It's got nothing to do with a bit of kit. They just don't like doing it. So it sits in their shed for a year, then they offload it to someone like you. My camper trailer sat in someone's shed for almost 2 years before they decided I'm just going to sell it because I'm not using it, and they had used it twice. They didn't want to use it because the wife or the girlfriend or whatever she was didn't like the fact that there was nowhere that you could get changed out of view of everybody. They would just go into caravans in that trailer, for crying out loud. It has been an awesome trailer. So you can get some bloody good deals out of anything on Marketplace. A couple of things to guide you along this way. One is if it is very expensive, if the item is expensive, if it's a motorcycle, if it's a camper trailer, if it's anything like that, get the history of it first. If it's something like one of these, get the history of it. Have a conversation with them about it. You'll soon know if they actually own it or they've knocked it off. Ask for this sort of thing, like electronic sort of stuff. Just ask them, hey, let's power this on, let's charge something up out of it, let's make sure that it works. And the other thing is, if you do buy something like an awning or a tent or something like that, even though the photos that you saw on Facebook might show it all set up, you don't know this person, chances are you don't know this person, get them to set everything up and watch how they set it all up, and go ahead and look for things like mold and rips and tears, that sort of stuff, things that you're not going to see on a Facebook post photograph. There are some awesome deals to be made on Facebook Marketplace, like that Jackery over here. I saw one on Facebook probably about 2 months ago, pretty much the exact same thing as that for $300. And that's almost a $2,000 unit. They just didn't know what they had. So there's absolutely some really, really good deals to be made out there. Know what you're looking for and go ahead and buy some cheap gear. What is the best deal that you have had from Facebook Marketplace? I've had a few. That Oz Pig is fantastic. I'm very happy with that deal. What sort of deals have you had? What sort of deals have you made? What's some of the savings that you've made? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you guys next week. Catch you later.